If you have a strategy that trades more frequently, one of the things you can do is wait for consecutive losers. We're taking a look at Tick Pulse. This is a strategy I have data back to September of 2015, and you see the results. This strategy was released a while back, and we've seen the walk forward results. And this is without slippage and commission. You see the average trade profit is $65. And we like any strategy in the E-mini S&P for day trading that has greater than 50 without slippage and commission, because you are going to get some slippage and commission. And at $25 to $30, you will give back probably half your profits on any strategy that's around 50. And so you want to increase this as much as you can. 65 is good, because at 25 or 30, you're still going to get more than half of this after slippage and commission typically. And you see the results here, 1,200 net profit as a percentage of drawdown. Here is the equity curve. And how can we improve this though? So we take a look at our money management algorithms, and if you format the strategy, actually I'm going to go over here, format the strategy, and I've added the money management algorithm to, we use the tick version since it's on second charts, and we need the TZ zinc indicator. And so you take a look at the pinpoint entry algorithm. We're making sure that we get in at half a point better than the original entry. We made a video about this in the past, and we use these same inputs. And all we're doing in this video is adding the consecutive losers. So in the previous video, we used the open equity moving average with the period of 5 and 25. You see 5 and 25 for Rule 10. None of these other rules inputs matter because they're off. If there's a 0, it's off. And so Rule 10 is on, and Rule 13 is on. So we've added Rule 13. How can we improve the average trade profit? So this strategy trades frequently enough to where we can take a look at this. If you have a strategy that trades, once a month, it may not be worth doing this. But if you have a strategy that trades several times a day, potential to trade several times a day, this is an approach to consider. And so if we start, we want to say we're going to wait for so many consecutive losers, but if you do that, then you have to tell it when to get out. And so these two rules tell you when to get it out. You get out on a number of winners. How many winners do you get out before you stop? Or an equity run. How much of an equity run do we wait till we stop? This tells you to double down on every trade, which we're not looking at right now. We're just trading one contract, simple approach. We're going to get in on a certain number of losers, and we're going to get out on a certain equity run up. Again, these inputs are 0s or 1s to turn these rules on or off. And so we're turning on the consecutive losers. Unless you turn on this first one in Rule 13, none of these will be active. You have to turn this one on. And then once you turn this one on, you can say wait for three consecutive losers, and then it will continue to trade and never, it won't stop again. Unless you add one of these rules. So consecutive, we're going to wait for 3 consecutive losers to start, and then we're going to stop. We have to tell it when to stop after you start trading after 3 consecutive losers. So you can wait for 3 consecutive losers again. And so you go down here to the Rule 13s again, and you wait for 3 consecutive losers to start. You could use winners to stop as 1, but this is not, that we didn't turn that rule on, so it's not effective. If you use the martingale approach where you double down on each trade, you would get out on one winner to stop, because you're doubling down, and so all you need is 1 winner to make up for all your losers. But we're not using that approach. We're waiting for 3 consecutive losers to start, and then we're waiting for a 1,000 equity run up to stop. And so those are the rules that we're using. We're not using max daily entries. We're using the entry times from 9:30 to 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. The same as the base strategy. We're syncing the exit with the master, which means if the master or parent strategy exits, this strategy exits as well on the next bar. So let's take a look at the results of that. If we use this approach, consecutive losers approach, and here are the results. Without slippage and commission, 22,762. The drawdown is 1925. The net profit as a percentage of drawdown on the money management algorithm on the base strategy was 1,200%. This is 1,182%. So there is a small drop, but close enough, about the same over this time period. But the one thing that we really boost is the average trade net profit. So the net profit as a percentage of drawdown is about the same, while you get a really nice boost in the average trade net profit by reducing trades, sitting back and waiting. And so wait for three losing trades, and then you trade till you have $1,000 run up, and then you have $103.94 average trade profit. And the higher that number is, the less slippage and commission are going to affect your trading. Let's look at the equity curve, and you see the equity curve, nice equity curve. Um, Additional rules could be added. One thing you could do to tick pulse would be to cause it to trade more by changing some of the some of the inputs. So if you change some of the inputs on this strategy and you create more trades, then you could increase the potentially increase the net profit on this as well. But usually at the sacrifice of this a little bit. If you could sacrifice this a little bit and increase the net profit dramatically, that would be worth it. But these are some of the approaches that you can use with the money management algorithms while using tick pulse as well.